Don't jump to conclusions, Precious.
Yeah, I can explain.
I don't expect common sense from him. You, however, know that he is not to have dairy in his diet.
My son was just trying to take care of his old daddy.
How's our patient doing?
Well, let's see. Our patient has a death wish and a son who's willing to help him dig his grave.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking.
When can I bust out of this cracker box?
Well, we're ready to discharge you anytime.
Oh, great. Let's get my clothes.
Hold on. We can't release you till you make arrangements for home care.
Well, that might be a problem. I have no home to be home cared in.
Hey.
You were waiting for me?
Well, yeah, you said you'd be around. I didn't know if you meant today or not, so I thought I'd show up just in case.
Oh, well, I almost didn't come. 3 days in a row, it seemed like overkill. But when I tried to think of something that I'd rather do, I couldn't.
Oh, me neither. I mean, it's nice spending time with you.
You grinding your way through math?
Actually, this is for you.
Oh.
Like I told you, math's not my best subject, but I'm okay. I thought maybe I could help you out.
Thanks, that's really thoughtful.
Don't thank me yet. I can actually end up confusing you more.
Oh, I doubt that's possible. It seems pointless to even be taking a class that I'm never going to use when my tuition is coming out of my hard-earned money, when I could be using that extra time to, I don't know, maybe sleep.
That must be pretty hard. Like dancing all night, then waking up and going to class.
Oh, I'm being a baby. It's really not that difficult. I mean, most of my classes are in the afternoon. And the few times when I need an early class, my manager just works out my schedule. I don't like working the early shift at the club, though. The tips are better at night, so.
Yeah, I guess that's important. Tips.
Yeah, well, I'm one of the better dancers. So, well, I have a good spot in the rotation, so it's, it makes you uncomfortable when I talk about dancing.
No. But kinda, I guess.
Why?
I don't know, it's not important.
Hey, I have showed up 3 days in a row here because I enjoy talking to you. But what is the point if we can't be honest?
All right, look, I understand why you dance. And I'm not judging, it's just taking your clothes off in front of a bunch of drunk guys while they're staring at you is that's gotta be difficult.
Sometimes.
I mean, I know what that's like, doing something you hate doing. And waking up every day trying not to feel. Not thinking about the next day or even the next month because it's all going to be the exact same thing.
Is that what it was like for you in prison?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
No, don't be. I really hate that.
So do I. I mean, I don't want someone looking at me thinking, oh, that poor pathetic girl has to take her clothes off for money. So if that's what you're doing here, we shouldn't see each other again. Here, put this on.
Oh, you know what? It's a few hours after the fact, but thanks.
Well, you maybe should have checked yourself into the hospital between the fight you had with that guy and Brenda hitting you hard enough for you to pass out.
You don't know how unnaturally hard the falconary heads are. I've been knocked out 6 times, cold.
Seriously, 6 times?
Yeah.
I think you need to get an MRI because you could have a concussion.
What?
You could have some brain damage.
Would you relax? I'm fine. Can't say the same for Tommy Locatelli.
You're not going to change the subject to something completely different.
What, you don't want to know what he did to me?
What did Tommy do to you?
He hit me in the head with a baseball bat.
Oh, great.
And then he swore that it was an accident. I mean, my cousins Mickey and Pete obviously knew it wasn't because I came too, and they were beating the crap out of him.
So what happened to you?
Nothing. I walked home from practice, and my mother wouldn't even have known, but she rustled my hair and felt a bump on my head, and she freaked out. And then she went to Mrs. Locatelli's house and called her out in her very own yard.
So she didn't even take you to the hospital?
No, I was fine. So anyway, Mrs. Locatelli, she's not the smallest woman in the world.
Oh.
And she was all getting up in my mom's face.
Mm-hmm.
So she said, if my son did something like that, then your son probably deserved it. My mom just went, bam, clocked her in the face. Like Ali punching Liston,
Like what?
It's a famous boxing match, a boxing reference.
Right. No, I know.
Anyway, so my mother clocks Mrs. Locatelli in the jaw. She falls on her ass and says, if you ever let your son go anywhere near my son again, I'm going to make sure the whole neighborhood knows what you did with the gym coach in high school.
Do I even want to know what happened?
No, I didn't want to know either. But it worked. She backed off, and Tommy never bothered me again.
Wow, that is brilliant.
Yeah, I was pretty proud of my mom.
No. I'm talking about you. How you actually came up with that very, very long story on the spot to distract me from worrying about Lucky and his missing Irish woman and you and your brain damage.
That is the gospel truth, every word.
I'll get it. Stay.
Hi there. I was stopping by. I wanted to ask Dante. I just want to talk to you about Michael's schedule, but it seems like a bad time. What's wrong with you?
Just an ambush that went wrong with the Balkan.
And he hit you on the head?
Brenda.
Brenda hit you on the head. Wow, shocker there. Let me guess, she was trying to get more attention from Jason?
Look, she's got it pretty tough right now. She didn't ask to be made a target or to kill somebody, but she did, and she saved my life in the process. So why don't you just lay off her?
When did you become so close with Brenda?
There's something else going on.
Oh, I love you. I'm so glad you just said that. I was thinking the same thing.
Brenda was too freaked out about what happened.
Yeah, but she did just kill a man. That can be really traumatic.
I know, but there was something off.
No.
Hi, gracious greetings. I was able to locate the freshest of fruits for the Divine One's daily smoothie.
Yeah, well, Brenda's asleep. Sit down.
It sounds as if Stone Cold has something of great import to share.
You told Brenda where the ambush was taking place.
She confided in me that she would feel more at ease if she were privy to details.
Do I not trust you with important information?
Yes, and I betrayed that trust. I'm mortified.
You know, it just might be easier if you go to a hotel until Brenda goes back to Rome.
No, don't. Please, Stone Cold. My loyalty is always first and foremost to you, no matter how lovely the Divine One smile.
Oh, come on, Jason. I think he learned his lesson. You don't have to.
Did you learn? Because Brenda is no good at assessing risk. She's gonna do stupid things like she did last night. Fine. You can stay. Just keep your mouth shut.
Diane, right now, I'm not in the mood for your paranoia.
Paranoia? Really? Yeah. Well, I was just informed by Ms. Walsh's superiors that you are to appear at the Port Charles Police Department later today.
What for?
Further questioning in the John Zakara car bombing incident. Apparently, new evidence has come to light.
Claire, do you know about this?
Ms. Walsh herself submitted the evidence. I'm guessing that she did it before she trotted over here last night.
I followed procedure. And it's up to my superiors to decide whether or not they want to pursue new evidence. You know, if you'll excuse me, I have to go get dressed, okay?
You remember last night when you rushed to comfort Brenda? Well, of course you do. I sure hope it was worth it, because it's going to cost you big time.
No frowning at Patrick, no random comments about criminal charges or breaking kneecaps.
Why would I do that?
Because you do that every time you see him, and it's Emma's birthday, you need to suck it up and be nice.
Oh, thank you. So good to see you guys. I'm glad you came.
Oh, us too.
Patrick is not here yet.
Well, I think today's going to be easier than you expect.
I hope you're right, but Emma is very excited to have two boys at her party. Hi, guys.
Is there cake? Yes, there is, but it's a super girly cake with lots of flowers. I'm sure it still tastes the same, though. Do you want me to go get it?
I think maybe we should wait for Patrick, right? Should we wait for Daddy?
Hey, Cameron,
Yeah.
come on over here. Have a chip. Come here.
Yeah.
Hello. Hey.
Hey.
What's up?
Thanks for coming.
Happy birthday. Gotta show her this way, this bad rapping job.
Thank you.
Patrick, he got pulled into surgery, so he's not gonna be able to make it.
Okay. Hey,
after I enter these notes, I'm going to go in the lab and check on the contrast on your patient.
Thanks. It's not too late, Drake Jr. I bet your baby girl's party is just getting started. You can be there to see her open her gifts.
Tiffany, please don't tempt me. There's no place I'd rather be, but I'm trying to be sensitive to Robin's feelings right now.
You picked a hell of a time to grow a conscience.
Tiffany has a point.
Well, look, I understand the ramifications. My father made it to maybe 2 of my birthdays growing up.
Yeah, well, you're not your father.
Well, I'm not going to miss her party entirely. As soon as I'm done the surgery, I'm going to get her present. I'm going to go over to Uncle Max, and I'm going to wish my baby girl happy birthday.
I gotta get to work. Help Lucky find Siobhan.
So, nobody in Windermere saw the Balkans men come and go? That's unbelievable.
No, I mean, we're following leads.
Well, I'm sure Lucky's on top of all of them. You saw how he was in Ireland. He was totally in his element. It was a lot like the Lucky I knew growing up. You know, he could have completely let himself go and fallen in love with this life on the edge because he's played it safe for so long.
You know, we don't take this job to play it safe.
We're to see Claire Walsh. Make yourself useful. Bring us some coffee, will you?
Let's see what I can do.
My client is cooperating fully with this investigation. He had the decency to show up on time. I'd appreciate it if he wouldn't waste it.
Miss Walsh will be here any minute.
Detective Domestico is entirely too cheerful.
You know what? Take it easy. It's all going to work out just fine.
Yeah, well, this doesn't feel like it's going to work out just fine. It feels like Claire Walsh has been sitting on some major evidence, and when she saw you playing hero to Brenda, she's decided to come forth.
They got no evidence.
I'm going to start with some questions. Where were you on the night of Friday, July 2nd, 2010?
I was at the home of Alexis Davis having dinner.
And what time did you leave, Mrs.
My
Davis?
client has already answered these questions numerous times.
Your client can answer them again. Did you have any knowledge of an explosive device planted in a car belonging to John Sakara?
No.
Do you want to take a minute to think about that?
My client has answered your question.
And your client is perjuring himself.